who attack and then run. This is a portion of what the America has for looting Israel. The second one refers to Islam's ultimate demise. Islam will die as it was born, in an instant. Before evening they are here, and by the morning they are gone. Nothing will be left of them. Now, before I end this video, I want to add 2 admonitions and 1 prayer. The first admonition is for all of you Muslims out there. Beware, you are dealing with a devil, and he will kill you if he gets the opportunity. That's his idea of winning. If he can get you into hell without Yahweh, without his salvation, he wins. That's all he wants, nothing more. Now, my second admonition is for the person who has done so much for me, Ahmad's Quran 3. I praise you and I hail your position and your wisdom. I appreciate all that you do, all of your work, and all of your struggling. Yet, in the end, even if we can get the Mohammedans to reject their cult, they are still left with a void inside them. Now, as a friend, I want to ask you this. We must, for those who can still be saved, to point them towards the resurrected Messiah. As a believer in the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, as a believer in the God of Israel, just as you, I urge you to do this, to help me fill the void that will ultimately be left in the heart of Mohammedans. As Yeshua says, when a devil leaves a person, he wanders around and he will say, I will go back to my previous home. That will be the former Mohammedan. And if he finds his house empty and all decorated, he will settle in again, and his situation will be worse than before. Despite your hard work, it will not be enough to make these poor people, these poor deluded fools, see the light of the redeeming hope of the resurrected Messiah. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk to you about, and that is choice. As Muslims, you have been taught that there is no choice. Allah chooses for you. You're wrong. You have the power to choose, and no moon god in the Arabian desert can tell you otherwise. And now I want you to listen to this very carefully. Even if you reject this video, even if you spam it or flag it, it makes no difference what you choose. Yahweh prevails, whether you are on his side or against him. He prevails. And all you can do is be on the winning side. Allah wants submission. Yahweh wants love. Allah wants obedience and fear. Yahweh wants compassion and partnership. He wants to adopt you into his own family and make you a child, a resurrected child of the everlasting God. The winds of war are coming very close. They are sweeping in even as we speak and they will get only worse. You only have this life to make your choice. Now, if you decide to make a choice for Yahshua, I want you to recite this simple prayer with all your heart, and if you do, you will be admitted into Yahweh's family and will live with Him forever. So please listen. Dear God, I know that I am a sinner. I know that I've blown all my chances, and I know that I have worshipped a false deity. I curse and reject Islam, and I curse and I reject his prophet. And I believe that you sent your only Son for me to die for my sins. I accept his gift of salvation, and I ask him to come into my heart and to cleanse me of all of my sins. Remember this prayer. It's probably the most important one you'll ever say. It's more important than the brain dead five times a day verakas that you do. It's more important than the Hajj, than everything else that you can imagine. If you recite this prayer, you will be saved and admitted into Yahweh's family. Now, as a final idea, I want you to consider the following fact. Muhammad sacrificed 3 billion souls on the altar of his own ego and ambition. Yahshua made himself a living sacrifice for you. He died so that you may never die. Muhammad was unable to give you a reason to live, so he gave you a reason to die. And tragically you shall die. Your armies will be massacred on the hills of Israel by the hands of God, and your nations will be desolated by the hands of the Antichrist. Think about those words, and it's also very important to understand that what you choose echoes through eternity. Paradise isn't a whorehouse. Jihadists don't go there, and living in terror is not the sure way to get there. You will not meet Allah, the demonic spirit who inspired Muhammad. You do not have to. You can reject him anytime you want, and he will no longer have any power over you. I will hopefully make more videos discussing the perils of Islam, and I hope that you will listen. And in closing, I just want to tell you the following thing. I will not be here to see any of this happen. I will be taken up with the rest of the believers, and I pray to God that you are with me. In the name of Yahshua, the resurrected Messiah, I say goodbye to you, and God bless you all.